everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today today I also don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm here, I'm present. Yeah, so today I want to do I have an idea. I got an idea of a bridal skirt. The truth is, I don't know how it will come out, but I have the idea. So, yeah, if it doesn't come out, at least we tried. So for the, you remember you left me making the corset. I did not come back, but this is how our corset came out. This is the inside of our corset. This is the outside. So today we are making a skirt. Let me check something here. We are making a skirt. The truth is, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, I know I have an idea of what I want, but I don't know how it will come out. But yeah, let's explore this journey together and see. And see what our result will be. So yeah, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Okay, we are going to do a skirt as I told you. I hope my network is good. So let's start with our pattern drafting. It's going to be a long skirt. I'm going to draft the front and the back together. Okay, so let me get my markers and let's see. So we are going to mark 2 inches, which will be our zipper allowance. Okay, this ruler is 2 inches, so I don't need to measure the 2 inches. So yeah, these are 2 inches. This will work as our zipper allowance. Kama, how are you? Damunga. Inke? Inke. I even don't know the words of that song. I just hear it, okay? So, I'll draw even my starting point here. This will be my starting point. So, let's see, from my waist to where I want my skirt to end, I'll use 42 inches from my waist to the length of my skirt. It will be less than it is 42 inches. So which is stops here. You might not see, but yeah, I'm going to use 42 inches. So here is the 42-inch mark. So I'm going to measure from my waist to my, this is the waistline. So I'm going to measure from my waist to my hip is 10 inches. Note, there is a waist from the natural waist, and if you want, you put when you're measuring your waist, you put where you put your skirt, you tie your skirt from, and take that waist measurement. So mine is 10 inches. Then from the waist to the hip line, is 10 inches. So from my waist to my knee is 22 inches, but I'll come up by 3 inches and make 19 inches. Okay, so I'll take 19 inches for this, and then I'm going to go to my skirt length, which is 42. So I'll also come this side. I'm making a skirt. I'm going to come also this side and mark. This is the hip line. 19 is my knee line. 42 is my length. So I'm going to make a line. So I'll make this line and make this line also, and make this line also. So I'm going to take my waistline. My waist divided by 4 is 8.5. So I will mark the 8.5. Divide your waist by 4. Mine is 8.5. I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance, and I'll add 1 inch for the darts. Okay, so I'm going to come on my hip and measure my hip, divide it by 4, which will be 11.25 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which makes it 12.25. I'm going to come on my knee line. On my knee line, I'll use the measurement here, which is 12.25 minus 2.5 inches. It is 12.25 minus 2.5 inches. So 12 minus 2.5 is what? Let me see, 12. I'm not so good at mathematics. 12, 1 inch, 1 inch, 2 inches. Okay, it's 9.75. So I'll use 9.75 here. And I'm going down to my full length. I'll use the same measurement here. So I'm going to use 9.75. Okay, so I'm going to join my skirt. So when you're making or cutting, you eliminate the straight edges, okay? You come here and eliminate these straight edges. Okay, also this one, you curve it when you're cutting. So we are going to take our dart measurement. So my dart, I'll take it on the 3.5 inch mark, because that's where my nipple to nipple measurement is. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. You can take it at the 3.5, your nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2, or 0.5 inches away from your nipple to nipple measurement. So I'll take it from here on the 3.5 mark and come down by 5 inches. So I'm going to divide this dart by 2, 0.5 on one side and 0.5 on the other side. So that's our dart. So now we are going to see how to make the zipper allowance on the back pattern. I told you we are going to use this pattern for the front and for the back. So what we are going to do, we are going to come on our waist and add 1 inch. Come on our hip line and add 1.5 inches. Come on our knee line and make 0.5 inches or 1 inch. If you know how to sew with a small sewing allowance, you can use 0.5. Then the same on the full length, 1 inch or 0.5 inches. So you bring this straight to down. When you come from your knee line, from your hip line, you come down by 5 inches here and start the 1 inch from here. So you come like this, and then from here straight to down it's 1 inch. Then here you connect it back to the waist, and the rest is 1 inch. So on the hip line, it's where we come by 1.5 inches, then 5 inches or 6 inches below the hip line, we again go 1 inch, then straight to down. Okay, so this is the pattern we are going to use. One more thing, you can decide to eliminate this dart. You can choose to remove this dart if you want to. So if you want to remove this dart, you can come here and you can cut out this dart. So I'm going to remove this dart and leave the pattern plain. I'll use it plain. Okay, so I mark this point because I need to use it for something, just this point. So I'm going to first eliminate the dart, close the pattern again, then see what to do next. Where is my scissors? Okay, let me use this small one. So if you close this dart, you don't put the dart again. You've eliminated it, that's all. Okay. So let me first take the back waistline. When you come on the back waist, you come up by 1 inch on the back, on the center back, and connect to this side. So I'll come up by 1 inch. So I'm coming up from here and connecting this side like this. This is the center back. From the center back, okay. So this point you straighten it up, okay, this. Make sure your measurements are coordinating. Hi, Hadeva, how are you? We have a sewing allowance of 0.5 now. We eliminated the dart and cut out some. So we have a sewing allowance of 0.5, which is okay with me. Yeah, if you check and you don't have sewing allowance, you can extend this a little bit and take it back to the waistline. Okay, so now on the waist, yeah, so it's enough. Okay, so we have our back pieces now. So we are going to cut 2 pieces of the back. So I'm just going to fold this and place it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit shorter, but I'll use that length. Yeah, a bit shorter than our pattern. The difference is not so much, but we shall use that. So we need 2 pieces of this, and that's what we are going to cut out. My favorite scissors. So let's cut. We are not adding sewing allowance, everything is included. Yeah, I'll not cut so straight. You can cut straight. Yeah, you can cut straight. You can cut straight. Okay, so we have now our back patterns, our back pieces. Here I did not cut so straight. I put a little bit of some A shape, but it's not that much. You can cut it straight. Yeah, you can cut yours straight. It's okay. I'm just straightening up the pieces. Okay, so we are done with our back pattern. I'm going to improve this pattern a bit to cut the front, then see what next. So this is our back. I have to put this back and just notch the knee line. And the hip line as well. Sorry. So these are our back pieces. So I'm going to come on my pattern and remove this zip allowance. This was a zip allowance, so I'm removing it. And we are coming on our center front and coming down by 1 inch. This is our center front now. We are coming down by 1 inch and we are connecting back. Okay, so it's exactly 8.5. 9.5, 1 inch is for the sewing allowance. So we shall cut this. Remember, there is no dot anymore. Okay. So now we are going to cut this front, but we are cutting the front on fold. You're cutting the front on fold. Okay, so we shall cut. So you pin all the way through. I've not pinned that much, but you have to pin it. Okay, we shall make a waistband with that. Okay, so we now have our front and our back. So I'm going to divide this cut into how many parts? Let me see. I'm going to come here on my knee line and check what I have. I have 10 inches. So 10 inches, I can divide it by 3 maybe. After dividing it by 3, I'll get 3 inches 3 inches and some extra. The 1 inch is for sewing allowance, so I'll get 3, 3, 3. So I'm going to divide this. So I'll come here on the down part also and divide by 3. So I'm going to come on my skirt. I need to mark the knee line and the hip line. So this is my knee line. And this is my hip line. Okay. So I've notched those 2 points. So I said I'll come on my knee line. On my knee line and divide it by 3. So I'll just point here and point on 6. Since the 1 inch is for sewing allowance, I'll not take it. So I'll come here also and 3 and 6. Oh my goodness. My pencil fall. Okay. So I'm going to cut this line here and come and cut this line here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place my ruler like this. Even I can, let me mark it, since it will be sewing allowance. So I'm going to come and take it to down. Okay. And also take this. The hip line was here. So on the center, I'm going to come down. From the center, I'm going to come down. On the center, I'll come down from the hip line like 3 inches or 4. Let me come down by 4 inches. For 3. Okay, let me take 3 inches from the hip line. So I'm going to cut up to this point. So I'll come and cut, divide up to the mark. I said I'm doing this on the real fabric. Yeah. So I've come 3 inches below the hip line. And I'm also going to come here. This is the knee line. So I'll also bring scissor and slash up to the knee line or slightly above. I'll slash the knee line. Okay. So I'm going to come and slash up to the knee line. Then again, I'm going to come here and slash, maybe, let me check. This is like 6.5 inches. I'll come from the knee line 6.5 inches again. So 6.5 inches will be here. So I'm going to slash even this point. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what we have. So we have cut our front pieces into, we have how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we are going to do the same for the back. We don't need to split the center back because it's already splitted. Just to show, split the rest. So I marked my hip line. This was my hip line and this was my knee line. So I said I come down on the hip line. From the hip line, I come down by 3 inches. 3 inches, which is this. And on my knee line, I'll divide this by, okay, I'll extend this a bit because we have sewing allowance here, okay? So when I'm starting to take measurement, I'm taking it here and here. Or we can measure, and we have 10 divided by 3, it's 3.5. 3.5 plus 3.57. Okay, so we are going to do the same here. 3.5 and 7. We are just doing the same thing we did on the front. Yeah. So I said from the knee line, I come down by 6.5 inches. So I'll come down from the knee line by 6.5 inches. It will be here. Then I'll connect down again. Okay. So this one, we are marking this point also. So whatever you have on your knee line, you divide it by 3. You create the 3 lines there. You cut them through. I did not cut them at the same level. I made sure that they are equally different. The difference from this line to this line is the same from here to here. So yeah, that depends on your measurements. Everyone's measurements is different. I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm also waiting to see how it comes out, okay? Because we are creating together. So I did what was on the front, on the back. So now what I'm going to do, I want to take the measurements here. I'm going to take the measurements. So I need to take the measurement from here to down. So it's 29 inches. 29 inches. 29. So I'm also taking the measurement from here to here. It's 23. Really? Wait. Okay. 29 minus 23. Yeah. So you might just get the difference between this and this and this, but you might also measure. So this is 16. So let's see how many pieces we need. We need 2 pieces, 29 for the front and for the back, but I'll make one for the back more. So we need 2, one piece here and the other piece. The one of 23 we also need 2. The one of 16 we also need 2. This one we need 4 for here and 4 for the sides. The sides might not be 4. So wait a minute, I also don't have a pattern for this. Forgive me, I also don't have a pattern, so I'm using my head. I'm using my imagination. So yeah, I'm taking measurements from here, going down. Okay, 29 will also work here. So we are done with this. So I'm going to get another piece of fabric and cut out the pieces I need. So I'm using this kind of fabric. So I'm going to cut out 29, 23, and 16. So I need 4 pieces of 29, 4 pieces of 29, 4 pieces of, yeah, I need 4 pieces for each. Hey, I hope this is enough. Pieces. Let's first see what we can do with this. Hi Francine, how are you? How are you? Where are you watching from? So in case you haven't subscribed and you're watching, please do subscribe. Yeah, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we put up a new video. Okay, so we are going to make 4 pieces of 29, and you shall see the rest. So I'll use one of this to get a pattern for all of them. So I don't know if this one will be enough. This will not be enough. I know. I just know 29 will not be covered here. What do we do? What do we do? It's 22. Cannot cover up to 29, though we have the 23. Still we need some allowance here. What do we do? So let me first cut the 29, then we shall come back and see what to do. So 29 is here, and I'm going to add in some allowance because you need a sewing allowance. I'll use 31. So 31 too will do for the sewing allowance. And even you never know, just you add in some allowance. So you never know what may come up. 31, 31, 31, 31, and finally 31. So I use salt tape to join this part. I'll just use salt tape. That's it. I'll not disturb myself. So let me just cut it out. These are 2 pieces. Let me try this technique. If it works, just cut like this to save time. Yeah, I think it will work. Yeah, it works. So we just fold down and so we are done with the two pieces. One piece for the front, two pieces for the side, and one piece for the back. For the back, I need it longer. What do I do? Okay, I shall just do the same for the back. Okay, we are done with this. So we are going to cut the 23 inches. So this is done. I hope this is enough, because if it's not enough, where am I going to get it now? I need to finish today itself. So I need 4 pieces for this also. We need 23 inches plus maybe like 2 inches or 3. 23 plus 2. Let's take 26. We are taking 26 here. And we are taking 26 here. So we are done with this. So the rest is 16 inches. Let's fold this and see if we can get 16 inches. If we can get it, then no need to use another. So 16 is here. Let's take 16, let's add 3, 19, 19, 19, 19. So I don't even see where I measured. Hopefully I measured the right place. Okay. Yeah. So the use of leaving allowance is that even if it does not, you never know what happens. Things might not turn out as you expect them. So you just leave the allowance there. So we are done with cutting. Now we are going to sew. Remember, these pieces needed a little bit of joining. So I'm going to see where to join and what to use. We can sew, but it's a long process. You can sew this with a sewing machine, or you can use a sew tape, which is better. Sewing or sew tape, I don't know. The problem with sew tape, it might refuse to flow very well as you want it. Okay, let's sew it just, and then we shall, because the sew tape might spoil the flow of our skirt. So I will choose to sew. Then we shall see what next. Before you start anything, check your bobbin. Personally, I don't like start sewing and after I found out that there are some things I did not have. I'll still use this cream also. So let me first finish the thread sewn. Then I'll thread if I want to later. So I decided I will sew this. I'll just sew this instead of using sew tape. So you must be careful which side you sew on. But since this is a garbage bag, it doesn't have right on wrong side. So I just sew. Okay. So if you're dealing with fabric, you have to be careful. Okay, so we are done with the part of joining this. So we are going to join our skirt. So we shall start with the front part. So this is the front. As we said, we have no dart because we eliminated the dart. So now we are going to insert this in our skirt. I'm still figuring it out. So this is the wrong side now. On this we can see the wrong side. So we are going to hold this and pin it. We are going to pin from down going up. I told you you leave 1 inch. This 1 inch will be sewing allowance for the upper part. It's tricky sewing this cut, but yeah, we shall try. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to come from down going up. Then we shall seam. You sew on a smaller sewing allowance, like 0.5 inches. Remember, when we are cutting in the middle, we didn't leave sewing allowance. So you cut, you sew in a small sewing allowance. What happened? I'll use this. It's almost the same color. Don't do this on your fabric, please. Please don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. So where did we stop? Okay, we stopped here. Okay. We are going to turn this. I hope it's the right place. I just hope. Okay. I don't know if I made it right, but hopefully a little bit of wrinkling here. Okay. So we have inserted our first panel. This is it. Now we are going to add another one. Remember, the second one is not equal to the first one. So this is the second one. Huh. My goodness. Hey. Hey. You know we did not finish this. What? Ah. How did it happen? Okay. I hope it balances in the end. I just hope, because sometimes the godet, when you put it, the sides will not balance. So I hope the side that does not balance is the side we need extra fabric. Okay, so let's arrange this. We are going to arrange it like this, and so along this line. I hope this side makes it to where we need the excess fabric. Wait a moment. The tension here is too much. Need to release it a bit. Okay, then I'll sew again. Okay. I'm trying to arrange my skirt here. Yeah. To give it some order here. So don't be confused what I'm doing. So let's sew now and see how it goes. I hope everything is rightly arranged. There is a small shortage. We shall see how to cover it. So this is the last piece. Okay. Let's continue. A moment, please. A moment, a moment. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, sometimes arranging takes time. I don't want to mess up. Okay? Yeah, so. So let me first look at the front, how it looks like, because I'm done with the front. I think not too bad. Yeah, I think not too bad. So let's do the back part and we shall be done. Not bad, I would say. Okay. So we are going to do the back. For the back, these are the two pieces of the back. I think I should sew them first. Should sew them first. So the zip allowance first and see where. Yeah, this is the point of the where we are going to start. No, it was 3 inches below. Yeah, this was the point where we are going to start the mid gullet. So I'll sew the center back first, then the rest. So I'm sewing up to this point. I'm going to sew the zip allowance out. So we are going to insert our gullet here. Wampanika waggulu nyumiriza ebitanyuma. Wampanika waggulu osheri So I'm done joining the back parts also. You can see it. So I'm going to join the side seams. And I'm going to insert a godet on the side seam. Remember, we are going 3 inches below the hip line. That's where we shall put our godet. So I'll come here 3 inches. I think it's this line like this, but I think, okay, I shall put it here on 3.5 inches. So this will be the place. I'll also come this side and come 3.5 inches below. So this will also be the line. Okay. So what I'm going to do, that will be easier for me. I'm going to put the godette on one side of the skirt and another godette on another side of the skirt, so that it will be easy for me to sew once, to join the seams once. I hope I don't join it the wrong way. I think it's supposed to be like this. I hope. Okay. So I think it will be simpler this way. I'm going to sew like this, then I'll join that part. I think it will be easy that way. I'm still figuring out how to do it. Huh? I think this is the right way. My thread broke, so I have to thread again and continue. Let me go up a little further. So to make it easy, I'll trim off here a bit. So I think I'll start from the top, going down. That's how I'll be able to balance it well. I'm going to leave space up to here. I'll start from here going down because I'm not most likely to put the zipper in the back. Though I left the zipper allowance, but I'll not leave it in the back. So I'm just going to start from around here. I'll start from here. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? The thread broke again. Tiwampanika waggulu. So one side is done. I hope it's done well. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's good. Yeah, it came out good. I hope you can see. So this is the corner. So we are going to do this side, and that will be all. I remember I noticed somewhere. That's 3.5 inches from the hip line. How come I did not notch here? I just put this mark. It's notched. Okay. So I'm going to sew up to here, then join as I did for the other side. Yeah, problem. I backstitched. I have to stitch here again. So I'll trim off this part of this. Yeah. And I'm going to join this side. So I'm coming from up, going down. And that will be all. So I'm coming from here, going down, 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 down. Sitomanyi nagyoyagala genza ebihamati kiwona mukyolwa. My goodness. Need to release a thread here and straighten up, then stitch again because the line is not straight. So I'll loosen it up. I'll loosen up a bit and see what to do. So looking for love all in the way. So looking for love, baby. Yes, yeah. If you love me, love yourself, and if you love me, okay, it's like we are done. Let's see how our skirt looks like, because I also don't know. I also don't know how it looks like. So before I even put a waistband, I need to take a look, see how it came out. Then I shall see about the waistband. Yeah. So we need to trim off down and make it straight. So this is our skirt. I hope it's beautiful. I think not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. It has got the volume down. Yeah, it was a straight pencil skirt pattern, but here this is the front. It folds in a bit here because the godet is not so straight here. Since it's plastic bag, I don't want to pull it so much. And this is our back also. This is how it looks like. So yeah, I think it's not too bad. It's not a bad idea. What do you think? So I'll go try it on and do some fitting if needed, then put the waistband. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Yes, Hadeva, Francine, and everyone who has been here since the start, and even if you just joined. If you've not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. When we put up a new video, you'll be notified. So that's all we had for today. Yeah, that's what we had for today. So I'll stop here today. Yeah, we shall meet tomorrow or next tomorrow. What is next tomorrow in English? The day after tomorrow. Yeah, have a good morning, a good night, a good evening from wherever you're watching from. Bye.